Hello, Samson here. So in today's book review, I thought something for teens might make a lot of sense, so it might actually work. Yeah. So this one is specifically for teenagers. Unpopular by Dario Chongolo. So he's an author, a Zambian author who's written quite a number of books, interesting books, and Unpopular is one of these contemporary books where the idea um, of sex and all other issues related to that have been mixed up with a lot of different uh, ideologies behind. But yeah, Unpopular is basically about protecting, preserving, and reclaiming your freedom. So from his note in the book, he says he wasn't even sure if he really wanted to bring out what Unpopular um, was about and whatnot, looking at the fact that these disparities and there is this infiltration of different ideas that has come in relation to what is right and what is wrong and whatnot. But anyway, we are going to delve right into the book. So in chapter 1, interestingly, he talks about why I have never kissed. So that is the direction he's giving us, saying why I've never kissed. I think he's in his 30s, somewhere around that age, but then up to now, because he's not married yet, he's trying to bring out why he's never kissed. And then I'm going to read what he says in the book. He says, just as a snake has to shear off its skin, and the moon has to cast down its shadows upon the face of the earth, so every man must shed off energy contained in him every now and then. So the notion behind is the fact that it's not a matter of right or wrong, but the exercise of self-control. That is the answer to the question, I think, why he's never kissed, and developing strength to say no, which is actually exercising a delayed gratification. So equating kissing to sex is something that is unfair in itself. So it's not about right or wrong as stated already, but it's about self-control and exercising delayed gratification. So it's always empowering to have a grasp of why you choose to hold on to the things that you're holding on. So another reason maybe for teens that might be there is the fact that, okay, there is a reason why you need to be doing what you are doing and whatnot. In chapter 2, he's talking about free indeed. So the power to be in control is simply referred to as freedom. Then in chapter 3, he's talking about the benefits of boundaries. So boundaries keep you safe, and they preserve you for the future. They are there so that you are safe. That is the benefit of boundaries. So boundaries protect your freedom. If you learn, you walk away from it, and then you're free from. If you can learn to walk away from it, then you're free from it. But if something actually has got control over you, it's able to get you get into what it is about, then you definitely don't have freedom about it. So boundaries are going to help you to walk away from certain things. In chapter 4, he's talking about the fact that sex is good, because if it wasn't, a lot of people wouldn't be doing it. And this is a problem, I think, that we have amongst teenagers, and almost stemming from the same age up to these every age group, I guess. Maybe it's not affecting people who are in their 80s, 90s, or somewhere there. So sex in itself is good. The bigger thought should be whether it is worth your peace of mind, your self-esteem, your perceptions about yourself and whatnot. And it's supposed to be in the right context, and we're talking about the context of marriage. That is where he puts it in the book. In chapter 5, he's talking about, I am a big boy now. I'm a big boy now. So what? So he says, asks a question rather, are you mature enough to handle responsibilities that come with certain things? Talking about relationships, talking about sex, and talking about all these other things. Are you mature enough to handle responsibilities that come with the same things? Because you're not mature because you're 18 plus. You're not mature because maybe you're 20 or something like that. You're only mature to the degree that you're able to handle responsibilities. And in chapter 6, we're talking about the power of choices. So there is a statement that he makes in the book that makes a lot of sense. He says, why should you hope to be when you can choose to be? So in most instances, we tend to hope that our lives are going to be like this and like that. But in the actual sense, what is supposed to be done is you're supposed to make choices and say, okay, this is what I want to have and this is how it's supposed to be. So a choice must be made and not necessarily be left to chance. So we're supposed to make choices and not leave it to chance. And then in chapter 7, the last one, reclaiming your freedom. So in instances where maybe things had blunders and whatnot, feel free to get help and then find yourself with people who really want to help you. So this is Unpopular by Dario Chongolo. Protecting, preserving, and reclaiming your freedom. I would recommend that you get the books for yourselves and get to read his awesome stuff that he has. He's got another book called Manakazi Okongola. So for girl teens, I think that one is just a must read that you want. And there is a perfect storm in the game changer that I read. You also want to read some of those books. So yeah, till we meet in the next segment, I am checking out.